Yep, we got another one. iPhone SE, iOS, that's upside down. iPhone SE, iOS 11, all-day battery vlog. So if you haven't seen my vlogs before, basically what I do is I bring you along with me throughout my day on my journey and whatever happens throughout my day, and I go ahead and I test the battery life. So we purposely try to drain the phone to see the actual use in the real world on battery life. So that video is coming up right now. Let's go. Alright guys, so we're headed out of the house now, and I'm going to show you what's happening with the iPhone SE's battery life in just a second and talk a little bit about how I'm going to use this phone today. I'm going to use it pretty heavily, and I'm going to show you that in just a second, but right now I got to get the keys and lock up because, you know, we don't want nobody coming in messing with the gears. So we got to go ahead and lock up. But the SE, I'm going to rock it pretty heavily in terms of, I don't think most people are going to rock it this heavily, but you know, I do know some that do rock this phone quite heavily. So let me flip the camera around and show you what I'm rocking out with right now. You can see here is the iPhone SE. I will be putting it on full brightness today, and you can see 100% over there. LTE all day. I don't know why it's not on right now. I will enable that in just a second. And I'm going to be putting on Bluetooth as well because I do use Bluetooth in the car. So Bluetooth right here. Let's go into Bluetooth, hit that. I guess there's a little bug there. This is a beta 1 here for the iPhone SE, so expect some bugs in beta 1. We are going to do this again when we get on the official versions later this year, but I am going to enable Bluetooth here. So you can see I am going to be using it pretty heavily here for the iPhone SE, making this probably a heavier use case than most people. Alright guys, so here is the SE as you can see, and I am going to be using this in the car to listen to some Spotify on my ride here. So definitely going to drain some battery here, and I will update you as soon as I've drained quite a bit because it's still at 100%. Also, I might use the SE for some shots throughout this day as well. Going to get the girlfriend right now. She's coming along for the ride. See the new calling thing on iOS? It's a little bit bigger. You see right there? Pretty cool. These little things are a little bit bigger. Hello, they're waiting. They're waiting. Are you ready for the vlog?
Yeah, I'm ready. I was born ready.
Born ready? All right, we're on our way. Bye.
Okay, bye.
So as you can see, that's how I'm going to rock the SE while using Spotify while driving. So that's basically going to drain a lot of battery here for the iPhone SE on iOS 11. But so far, I've had the screen on. It hasn't even went down 1%, even though I haven't done much. That's still pretty good to see because if it was really bad, then definitely it would have dropped a little bit just showing you the display. Alright guys, so that drive was about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and I've been using Spotify, and I just want to show you that the battery did drop about 7% here. So let's see, let's go into settings over here, if I can find it on the SE, and come out here. Let's go into settings and check what's going on here. So let me go to about, and not about, let's go to battery settings. Let's go to battery down here. We're going to find the actual usage here. So no low power mode on this test right here. And if I go down, you can see it's only been on for 26 minutes of usage, and we've dropped to 93%. Now, like I say, this test is more of a heavy use, and it's not like most people would use it full brightness, screen on most of the time, Bluetooth. We're just draining it down to see if it's still holding up well here on iOS 11. But standby so far, 41 minutes. I will update you guys a little bit later. So I just wanted to mention to you guys that I am having a little bit of bug here. You can see right there, the control center is actually not showing on the lock screen. So definitely bugs here in iOS 11. Alright guys, so the girlfriend is here. She's going to be in the video once again in this vlog. And she just created a new YouTube channel. You can find her at
Lenore Segura.
I'll leave the link to her channel down below. She's doing makeup, lifestyle, experiences, and just giving you some positive tips for living a better life and doing all that makeup stuff. Anyway, we're at 93% here, 92% on the SE. I just showed you the usage so far. Like I say, full blast on this baby all day. We're headed to Elgin right now, a suburb of Chicago. It's like 45 miles from here. We're gonna go get some food, and I'm gonna update you guys again when I get out there to see how this baby's been going. Like I said, I'm gonna listen to some music. I did shoot that time lapse on this guy as well, so we're gonna see how that goes. And she uses the iPhone 7, and her battery life ain't the greatest either. So,
Oh no.
So SE, pretty good stuff so far. If you got an SE, I'm sure you've noticed they got a pretty great battery life. Anyway, we'll catch you in a little bit. Bunch of traffic out here, but the SE is now at 83%, as you can see right there. Still listening to Spotify. It's only been about 1 hour, but I'm headed out there right now to the suburb of Chicago. If you guys ever come to Chicago, this is what you can expect. And don't do this at home. Don't drive and hold the camera in your hand. This is for professionals only. No, it's not recommended. But anyway, okay. 83% on the SE. I'll update you guys when I stop driving.
It's okay because we're going turtle speed.
Alright guys, so the iPhone SE is now at 68%, and I'm going to update you on how the battery life has been going. It's basically been dropping off about, I'd say 10% an hour, but let's go ahead and check out the battery life here. So I did listen to some YouTube streaming, I did some Spotifying, and you could see right there 32 minutes on the usage, 1 hour 59 on the standby. So I don't think that's reading correctly because I've actually done a lot more usage than that. So that might be a bug here in iOS. But so far about 3 hours of usage and 32% on the drain here for the iPhone SE. Alright guys, so I'm giving you another update on the iPhone SE. I was going to update you like an hour ago, but got kind of busy. Got a little hungry. You know, you get hungry and sometimes you just slam boys. So here is the iPhone SE. We're at 51%. Last time I updated you, I was around 68%. And I'm actually quite shocked at how well it's doing here for the first beta here on the SE. I can show you right there. I'm not sure you can see it, but it does say 51%. I was going to update you outside, but it's actually raining right now. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you the actual usage right now. Alright guys, you can see right there, 51%. If I do go into settings here and I go down into general, I'll show you the actual use case. Now, like mostly I have been just doing, it's actually battery. I've actually been doing mostly Spotifying, you know, doing some calculations on the calculator, YouTube, some browsing the web, a little bit of camera, not a lot of camera, but overall looking pretty good here. Let's see what we got. 1 hour and 17 minutes on the usage. Like I say, I think that's off a little bit because I've definitely used it more than an hour so far. So this might need some work in terms of the iOS updates. Standby 5 hours and 15 minutes, or 5 minutes there, excuse me. And you can see Spotify mostly is what I've been using. Like I say, full brightness here, Bluetooth connected, as well as YouTube running as well in the background. Settings, Safari, phone, a few things here and there. So I will update you again in possibly like a couple of hours, maybe when we're down to like 30%, and then I'll give you one more update when it is over. So yeah. Alright guys, so we just left the mall and I actually just picked up the iPad Pro 10.5. Review is coming soon. If not, it might already be out on the channel, maybe an unboxing. I don't know if I'm going to post it tomorrow morning or the next day by the time you're seeing this. But the SE is at 23% right now. And it's 9:04 p.m. So it hasn't quite died yet. I'm going to update you again when it does die. But I've been using it quite a bit in the mall, in the Apple store, checking prices, stuff like that. You know how you do when you're in the stores looking at things on Amazon, comparing prices and stuff like that. Well, that's what I do anyway. So I'm going to flip it around and show you where we're at so far for the iPhone SE iOS 11 Beta 1. Alright guys, so here we are, like I say, 9:05 p.m., 23%. I did have to lower the brightness down to show you guys the screen, or else it would be like overexposing like madness on the phone here. But I'm going to go into battery and give you another update here. So let me scroll down to the usage, and you can see 2 hours 21 minutes on the usage, 8 hours 12 on the standby. So it's still, even on iOS 11, it's still an all-day phone. Like I say, that 2 hours 21, that's not the actual usage. I think that's a little bit off because I've definitely used it about 4 hours on screen time so far. But you can see my main uses have been Safari, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, settings, phone, Google Keep, and camera. Anyways, I'm going to give you you an update when it's dead. We're almost there. SE is still pretty decent here on iOS 11 though, so it's looking pretty good. For future updates, it's probably going to get a little bit better. Alright guys, so I just arrived back at the studio. It's 11:12 p.m. and I'm going to wrap this vlog up here. It's at 14%. It's not dead still, and I've been rocking it pretty much full blast all day here for the iPhone SE. So it's almost dead, so we're pretty much going to wrap it up here. I'm going to talk a little bit about my usage today. So I used this very heavily on LTE using Spotify pretty much all day. It was on full brightness, but I had to lower it down because it got dark and we couldn't really see it too much. So I did lower the brightness down just a little bit for the SE. Now, I did use it for multiple phone calls. I also used it for, a lot of browsing the web. I actually picked up the 10.5 Pro today in the Apple Store, and I was using it a lot to compare prices and stuff like that. Also did some Instagramming. I did a little Instagram post of the Microsoft Studio when I was in the Microsoft Store. So 14%. I'm going to flip the camera around now and show you some more in-depth stuff, though. Alright guys, so here is the iPhone SE. I apologize about the kind of yellowish lighting. I am in the car. Don't have LED bulbs in this one just yet. But you can see 14% here for the SE. If I go over into the settings department on the phone, let me go over here to the settings here. And you can see, if I go into battery here, you can see that it should have dropped quite significantly in a lot of areas. So 10 hours, 20 minutes on the standby, 2 hours and 49 minutes, and the iPhone SE is still not dead. So this is basically letting me know that iOS 11 is not really hurting the iPhone SE's battery life in the real world here. Now, it's definitely not as good as iOS 10 at this current stage. I've noticed that 10 gives me about an hour more battery life, but it's still extremely good in comparison to a lot of other smartphones. I'm easily going through this day, and quite frankly, I'm ready to go to sleep right now at 11 o'clock and, get up for the videos tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap it up here. The SE, definitely solid here on battery life. If you're going to download and try out iOS 11, just rest assured that you're not going to have horrible battery life on your iPhone SE. So that pretty much wraps it up here for me of the iPhone SE all-day battery test on iOS 11. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, click that like button for me. Share it with others who you might think will be interested in watching an all-day test of their iPhone SE. And anyway, would you like to see more videos like this? Please post your feedback down below. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. I will catch you all in the next video. Be sure to be well and peace.
Yeah.